Yo, what's good? What's good, man? Um, we have some news, and I would have got to you earlier, but I made sure I was gonna get to y'all anyway because we're gonna talk Diddy. We're gonna talk Diddy, man. So I want to make sure y'all can hear me first before we continue because I got some things to show. Let's go.
Don't settle for less. Here's what others are doing to fix missing and broken teeth. The company everyone has been raving about is called Nuvia, with thousands of 5-star reviews and a 99.13 success rate to back it up. It's no wonder
If you see me drinking this, don't judge. I'm taking it straight to the head. No Diddy. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Eva Pilgrim. Thanks for streaming with us.
Hold
The
on,
high-profile
bruh.
Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial now in its final stage. Prosecutors presenting their closing arguments today, this after more than 6 weeks of testimony, some of it very graphic. The jury hearing from more than 30 witnesses, including Combs' ex-girlfriends, former assistant.
Stood out to me and was probably
They got the whole thing, bro. I'm trying to get to the case. Will soon go to jury.
Or anyone he gave drugs to. All it takes is one or two.
You're hearing all of these witnesses.
Night and day. So in the beginning, people were saying, I don't see Rico.
Hold on, bro. Did all that, bro. All right, here we go.
On count one, the racketeering conspiracy charge, Sean Combs has been found not guilty. Not guilty of racketeering conspiracy, perhaps the most complicated charge for the jury to understand. The count one had provided for a number of predicate acts, but the jury does not have to get into that because they Combs not guilty of leading a criminal enterprise, not guilty of racketeering conspiracy. They will now move to the other 4 counts, 2 of them on sex trafficking and on and we have not guilty now on count 2, which was sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura. Sean Combs has been found not guilty of sex trafficking when it comes to his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura.
Is my video still showing? I don't know if y'all can still see my video, bro.
There was a real debate that the jury heard over the course of the last 2 months about consent and coercion and the complications of deciding when an 11-year relationship between Combs and Cassie Ventura may have become a criminal one. And the jury decided it was not criminal sex trafficking when Sean Combs committed what his attorneys freely admitted was domestic abuse, as you saw in that video. He has been found not guilty now on racketeering conspiracy, not guilty on sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura. He has been found guilty on count 3, transportation for the persons,
All right, let's get to the guilty stuff.
transportation for the purposes of prostitution.
Transportation for the purposes of prostitution.
He has also been found guilty on count 5, transportation for the purposes of prostitution.
It must have been twice, man. That's what I don't like about these counts, man. It's like if you do it more than once, you get more counts.
These charges carry a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison, so we do have a split verdict. Sean Combs.
So he did say it carries a maximum of 10 years, but it also carries a minimum of walking.
Combs has been found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy, not guilty of sex trafficking Cassandra Ventura, but he has been found guilty on 2 counts of transportation for the purposes of prostitution. And we're waiting for one more count, the sex trafficking of Jane. And just now the jury has decided that Sean Combs is not guilty of sex trafficking his former girlfriend who testified under the pseudonym Jane. So the jury has now believed that the relationships that Sean Combs had with his former girlfriends Cassie Ventura and a woman who testified under the pseudonym Jane were not criminal, did not.
I'm trying to look up who this Jane girl is. I feel like we did this already. I think that's 50 Cent's baby mama. I think that's 50 Cent's baby mama. Let's see if any pictures pop up. Oh, they got her face covered up. I want to say that's 50 Cent's baby mama, though. Anyway.
Involve sex trafficking. All Sean Combs has been convicted of here is transportation for the purposes of prostitution. And Kira, those did seem to be the most evident crimes that Sean Combs committed. We heard testimony from the male escorts. The jury heard about the cash that they were paid, and as prosecutors told them, they were not in those hotel rooms for scintillating conversation.
Scintillating is crazy. I don't think prostitution should be illegal personally, but that's just me.
We are back with our breaking.
I wanted to get into this video because it looks like they denied Diddy's bail. I know he's pissed about that one. I wonder why.
News: the judge in the Sean Diddy Combs trial has just rather shockingly denied him bail.
If the judges denied Diddy bail, you can kind of think that when sentencing happens for these prostitution charges, that he might not walk. He might do like 3 years at least.
This, of course, coming after the news that the jury convicted him of 2 of the lesser charges in the government's case against him, finding him not guilty of the 3 biggest and most consequential charges. Do we have Elizabeth Wagner?
Not guilty on count 1 of racketeering conspiracy, not guilty on sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion. I'm surprised he got away with that one. Well, the force fraud, not surprised, but the coercion, maybe. Guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution twice, and not guilty on sex trafficking by force.
Wagmeister, yeah? Okay, so let's get straight to CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister, who's outside the court, along with Laura Coates. Laura, this is a surprising development. What are we learning? What are the judge's reasons for not letting him out?
Well, we are still learning all the reasons why the judge has denied bail to Sean Diddy Combs pending his sentencing. That can be an indication of a number of things. Remember, the prosecution is intending to ask for jail time in this matter. Each of those charges could provide 10 years in prison. The sentencing guidelines will obviously dictate to what extent that will be followed. Those are the maximum. It is the seal.
This is his family walking out of the courtroom.
Yeah, guys.
I'm assuming that's his mom and possibly daughter. There's his son. I don't know if Diddy has twin daughters. Maybe. There's his son, Justin. Is it Justin? Y'all know. Everybody know him. I can't think of his name. That's not Justin. That's somebody else. Damn, I can't remember his name. Oh, and he got a baddie. And looking up his kids real quick. Those are all his kids right here. But I wanna I know y'all probably can't see that. Alright, so we got King Combs. King Combs, Justin, we saw him. We saw either Chance, Jesse, or both. And then these are the twins, Delilah Star twins. Delilah. I'm not gonna say nothing because I want to make sure they're 18 or older. Really 25 or older. Probably not 25 though. They're probably not 25. But anyway, on this picture right here, I don't want to click it. I don't want to see. I want to see the Combs twins Instagram page. They do look a little young. They got a lot going for themselves, though. Let's see what else YouTube got on Diddy. Man, oh, I want to show y'all something too. Okay, first, here, this might be prom. Yeah, that's prom. They graduated from high school though. Okay, so comments are kind of cool, but I'll keep it pushing. All right, so they got people screaming outside the courthouse. There's also another one I want to show y'all too.
He beat her! It doesn't matter. He beat her! He beat her! He kicked her! He spit on her! He kicked her!
I need to run this back. I just want to let y'all know, just because you beat 3 counts and don't beat the lesser ones, really don't mean you beat it unless you don't do any time.
It doesn't matter. He beat her! He beat her! He kicked her! He spit on her! He kicked her! You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Is it a possibility that Cassie Ventura went through things like this horrific, horrible things that this man, you saw we can agree the videos were horrible, right? Is it possible that she did things that she wouldn't know to because she was so in love with this man? The answer is yes or no. Because I gotta tell you, man, I've done things for women that because I was so in love with them. All I wanted to do, hold on. All I wanted to do.
These are grown men, but this is what Twitter looks like in real life.
Dude, put a smile on their face, yes. Yes. You understand what I'm trying to say? At the end of the day, we all have cell phones. 911. Amen.
Damn. We all got cell phone. 911. All right. Damn, I want to show y'all this, man. Let's see. Baby oil. I know a lot of shit gonna pop up, but I want to show y'all something specifically. Here we go. Here we go. Is this just a picture? These people are drenching themselves in baby oil, happy for like what? You can't make this shit up, bruh. You can't make this shit up. This is a Boondocks episode. He wanna go straight to Diddy's house. Oh, shorty bringing out the Yiddies. Look at her. She took the wig off, bro. This is crackhead behavior. Man, ain't nobody really even stun her, bro. She ain't even. That's how you know you ain't cute, bro. Ain't nobody even stun you like that, really. You just doing stupid shit. Oh my god, bro. These memes and stuff. Okay. Alright. Let's see what else. Anything else? Diddy denied bail. Guilty on 2 counts. Oh, Cassie. Let's go to Cassie. Cassie wanted to make sure. Cassie's lawyer actually sent a letter to deny his bail because they scared he gonna kill him.
Aaron, a statement has been given on behalf of Cassie Ventura, star witness in this case. What are you learning?
Her attorney, Doug Wigdor, just sent us the following statement. This entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023. And Kira, we should say that's true. The criminal investigation is largely based on the statements in Cassie Ventura's lawsuit and intensified, of course, once video from the 2016 hotel security camera became public. The statement from Doug Wigder, her attorney, goes on to say, although the jury did not find Combs guilty of sex trafficking Cassie beyond a reasonable doubt, she paved the way for a jury to find him guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. By coming forward with her experience, Cassie's attorney, Doug Wigder, goes on to say, Cassie has left an indelible mark on both the entertainment industry and the fight for justice. We must repeat with no reservation that we believe and support our client, who showed exemplary courage throughout this trial. She testified for 4 days, often quite emotionally so, giving graphic, explicit detail of what she said she was made to do. And Sean Combs did not deny the facts of the freak-offs. Everything that happened in those hotel rooms did not get challenged by the defense. The defense simply saw it differently, as something that went on in a personal, consensual relationship, not sex trafficking. And that's how the outcome is reflected
If
now.
this nigga gets time served, he's gonna be gliding on these niggas.
Kira.
Bernardo, I want to go on to read another part of that statement on behalf of Cassie Ventura's attorney, saying she displayed unquestionable strength and brought attention to the realities of powerful men in our orbit and the misconduct that has persisted for decades without repercussion. This case proved that change is long overdue.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. That's not what we're here for today. Oh shit. Oh, this just
So Sean Combs obviously happy. I mean, it's not a total loss for the prosecution. That's the Sprinter van that takes the family every day. Mother is entering the Sprinter van.
Told that the family is out right now. That's why you
I thought they said Diddy walked out too.
can hear all of those
Wait, he couldn't have walked out. They did not his bail.
emotions right
Yes,
now.
that's right. Yeah. So the mother, there's his mother. You probably can't see through the tinted window, but his family is getting into that Sprinter van.
Yeah, oh, the family. All right, so yeah, that's all we got, bro. That's all we got for today. That's all we got, man. Wish I could have came to y'all earlier, bro. I was at the mechanic. Let's see what Chigs and the celebrities say. Young Miami and them. A lot of reactions. And Aubrey O'Day had a reaction too from Danity Kane.
Your shit too, bro. Just as we expected, you guys. After Diddy's verdict was read and he was found not guilty on the main charge, which is the RICO charge.
It's Aubrey O'Day. Check it out.
Once she heard not guilty for the RICO charge, here's her reaction.
God,
the jury did
not guilty on Cassie, not guilty on Rico. No way that Jane is going to be guilty. Oh, this makes me physically ill.
Lobby. And, you know, the prosecution's strategy with showing that video, or with knowing that video was going to be shown to the jury, was, well, domestic abuse did
Wolf
happen.
is silent.
They said, look, domestic abuse happened, but there
Wolf
was no
is
sex
silent.
trafficking. There was no racketeering, and it seems like the jury...
If we're talking about count 2 here, the forcible sex trafficking of Cassie Ventura, that means the jury has concluded there was
Cassie
force
probably feels
or
so
fraud or
horrible.
coercion involved in that. It could still be that the jury finds,
Ronnie,
yes, a person
I'm gonna
was
vomit.
moved across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. Yes. That's count 3.
Okay, I'm
which
getting
maybe
some
we
other
have a
news.
verdict.
Oh, please.
Sex trafficking of Jane, I'm told in my ear, not guilty.
Okay.
Now, Young Miami, who has been very, very quiet lately, especially with this whole...
Young Miami talking now. Look at her. She's celebrating her abusive sugar daddy. Rest in peace, bitch. That's what somebody said. This is why your career over. Nobody checking for you. We got my son. I already said that what he did to Cassie was cowardly and he should have been held accountable, and I'm glad that that man will eventually go home to his family. Diddy is in no way innocent, but this was a witch hunt, and he was demonized and almost lost his life for what a rich white man have done forever, and not only haven't gotten charged but celebrated for. I don't know if I take that side. I don't really care nothing about no my son, be honest with you. Let's move on. Whoever this dude is, oh, Rollo. Diddy just beat the feds. I know y'all hate him, but he gotta drop that First Day Out song. We got the dude who put the baby oil all over his body. This is irrelevant because Diddy's denied bail, and this is Cassie's letter to deny Diddy bail. Anything else other than Trump passing some bullshit? Oh shit, bruh. Wait. So there's all right, so we got to get into something. The Punisher. This is Diddy's sex worker. He did an interview with Vlad TV, and little did I know, another sex worker has done an interview with Vlad TV, and it was dropped about 2 hours ago. So this looks more like Diddy's type though. Cause this dude right here is just an old looking motherfucker, bro. But this dude that I'm finna shut that was on this other page, he look like he got contacts and shit. Look like a model nigga. Nigga like a model, like more Diddy style. On this right side over here, Don the dealer. This is the Punisher. This is one of the first guys. I don't know if it's first guys, but it's one of the guys Diddy let have sex with Cassie, and then Cassie rubbed his nut all over Diddy's nipple. All right, let's watch this together. Don the dealer, escort for Diddy. Diddy found not guilty on RICO and sex trafficking. Don the dealer.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Did you know that Mint's unlimited premium wireless for $15?
No ads on, baby. But what the fuck Vlad doing, bro? Rico Bozent describes first freak off with Diddy. Damn, Vlad is dropping these interviews. This is one of the escorts.
All right, here we go. Today we have Don the dealer, who is a male escort.
This is my first time watching this video.
Who participated in dozens of Diddy's freak-offs with both Cassie and Daphne Joy over the course of 8 years. Welcome to Vlad TV.
Thanks for having me, man.
Well, we have a lot to talk about, but right now, like about an hour ago, the verdict is actually in.
Yeah, verdict's in.
Diddy was acquitted of RICO and sex trafficking charges and found guilty of 2 lesser charges of transport.
You mean to tell me Vlad booked this interview, waited for the verdict, recorded this, and dropped it all in the same day? Ill ass shit.
Deportation of Cassie and Daphne Joy for prostitution. This is seen as a victory for Diddy because all the serious charges he's been cleared of.
Yeah.
Now, the judge still has to decide if he's going to be released before the sentencing, if he's going to get a bond, which I think he should. But at this point, he's still in jail, and we'll see what happens the next day or so. So, how do you feel as someone that was involved in dozens of freak-offs and got to know Diddy over the years? How do you think this verdict played out?
I feel like it played out like it was supposed to. I can only account for my point of view, but from what I saw willing participation. I didn't see like any of the rampant drug use and stuff that they were describing, prosecution was describing. So I think that given the situation and what really happened, I feel like justice was served, you know. I think that he was kind of more so being looked down upon for his sexual proclivities that weren't anything, in my view, an extreme. You know, voyeurism is what it is, and I think that it was kind of blown out of proportion. So I'm glad that he's getting what I view as like his, due justice.
Well, yeah, I mean, the prosecution, by putting Cassie and Daphne on the stand, tried to paint
this nigga finna get a bunch of hoes off of this shit.
Picture that Diddy was forcing them into these acts. He was controlling them by both force and finances.
Right.
You know, whether it's the beating of Cassie or saying that you're going to lose your record deal or I'm not going to pay Daphne Joy's rent or whatever else. They try to paint it as that for the sex trafficking and possibly even the RICO, but ultimately those were thrown out. And you've always maintained that both girls, when you guys had your freak-offs, were both into it. There was no level of, I don't want to do this, he's forcing me to do it. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, his whole thing was he never made any demands. He was always like, act like I'm not in the room. What would y'all do if I wasn't here? And if we were trying to get to a certain point too quickly, he would separate us like, no, you guys go over there. So she was always the one in control. Both of them were always the one in control during these moments. He was kind of like background, you know? he kind of kept us into a certain like mindset of we want to focus like on this love hour. But for the most part, it was do what you want to do. So I don't think that he was really, you know, pressuring people or making demands against people's will, again, from my point of view. So,
look, I've been saying this for 9 months. Every interview, every tweet, I've been saying he's going to beat the RICO, he's going to beat the sex trafficking. He might get the prostitution charge. And now it's really up to the judge. It could be time served, or it could be as much as 10 years.
Yeah.
Possibly 10 years for every charge. So it could possibly be 20 years. We don't know.
I did not think about that. 10 years per charge. I did not. Yikes.
Ultimately don't know. It could turn into one of these OJ situations where, okay, you beat the murder, but we're going to give you 35 years for trying to steal your stuff back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It might turn into that based on all the graphic details that were said on the stand. We really don't know, but we'll see. At this point, it seems like a victory.
Yeah, I think it's a victory. I think that overall, there was, in the court of public opinion, you know, the video footage that we did see about the Cassie stuff, a lot of people had passed a lot of judgment on him. I've been one person to kind of feel that you are more than one time in your life, one moment in your life. You can't just be judged off that one moment.
I kind of agree with him on that, to be honest with you. You are more than one moment of your life. The problem is this is probably repeated behavior by Diddy as far as that video is concerned, of beating Cassie up.
Time. So I think that rubbed a lot of wrong people the wrong way. And that's what applied all that pressure for him to be hit with these RICO charges, these huge charges in court. So overall, I feel like now things are kind of balanced back out to where they kind of need to be so he can kind of get his fair shake, you know?
Oh, man. All right, who's this other guy, bro? Is this another escort?
Blake's got a birthday cake.
Vlad pushing these interviews out like a motherfucker.
All right, here we go. Today we have Rico.
This is definitely an escort. Look at this nigga, bro.
Bozat, one of the escorts hired for freak-offs with Diddy and his girlfriend Jane Doe, who took the stand in Puffy's Fed trial. Jane Doe is allegedly the baby mother of a famous rapper from Queens. Rico, welcome to Vlad TV.
That would be 50 Cent.
What's up? Good to be here.
Well, things are pretty crazy right now. The jury deliberations are going for the Diddy trial. And you are involved in this overall case, although you didn't take the stand. So I just want to get your whole story. So,
okay, this is the guy. I think this is the escort. And but we're not watching this whole video. It's 13 minutes long. We're not doing that. Watch it on your own time. I just thought it was kind of interesting that these videos is up here right now. But I was actually going to end this shit, but when I saw them Vlad interviews, I was like, dog, you are working your ass off. All right, so I don't think there's nothing else. Yeah, that's all we got. So we're going to keep in tune and updated with this Diddy stuff because it's interesting. And we're going to see sentencing and things like that and when that may possibly be. I appreciate y'all for watching. Once again, it's Dee Brown LTD, and I hope you have a great day.